Hey everyone, I actually remembered to turn my mic on this time, so now it'll sound better. So this time I'm going to drive Longdown Bank, going up the hill through St Dogmaels and everything. So once again, we are starting in the test car park. Obviously you guys would start in the actual test base, but I'm just pulling away from where I just parked. So check out the other video for me going down Longdown Bank. I just apologise for the audio quality, because I forgot to turn the mic on. And now Summer 69 is playing. So again, careful pulling out of this junction. So you always want to stop at this first one. And I have to wait because there's a car in front of me. Pull out gently. And then again, we have to turn left because of the one-way system. And this is just going to be a quick version of going up Longdown Bank. Obviously you would drive a lot of town as well as dual carriageway and stuff. So this time I'm going to go around the corner. So you don't need to signal for this because this is the way the road goes. And then we're going to take a left straight after that. So you're going to do a quick mirror check, signal left. Keep an eye on pedestrians because you would have to give way to them turning into here, as it is a junction. I also have a soother in my mouth right now. I'm really sorry about that. My throat is dying. I definitely chose a horrible day to film, but it's the only time I got. So I'm just going to wait for this car to finish parallel parking before I try and squeeze past. There we go. Cool. And then as you come around the corner in a sec, the road is going to split into two lanes. You got right to go into the town centre, or left, following the sign for Aberystwyth and stuff, over the bridge, which is where we're going to go. So you don't need to signal for this because you're already in the left lane technically. Obviously I've got this cyclist thing here, so keep an eye on him, which he's waiting for me. Cool. So the bridge itself, you can fit two cars on, but it's tight. You just keep super slow and keep as left as you possibly can as you turn on. So if anyone's coming like this Audi here, you guys can squeeze past each other nice and gently. And then we are going to take the next right. So quick mirror check, signal right. Heading towards St Dogmaels and pop it. Keep it super slow because this is quite a tight turn. Probably first gear it and then turn in. Careful you don't cut the corner. And then it's always busy past this GT Tyres place, so just be careful as you go around. Parked vehicles are here. Just slow and steady, check your mirrors in and out. And then I've got a cyclist to deal with on this hill, two cyclists actually. So we're going to try and quickly overtake, making sure I check my mirrors and signal. I'm going to tuck back in potentially. No, I'm still safe. Keep signalling around them. And then check my mirrors back in. So this is a 20, so be careful of your speed. It does change up to a 30 just up ahead, but be careful in the meantime that you don't go too fast. And then once you pass the 30 sign, bit of speed, up the gear. So just keep looking around everywhere while you're driving, keep checking your mirrors, check your speed. Now as you come into St Dogmaels, it does drop back down to a 20. So you can start slowing down a little bit early. So like at this point I've just come off the accelerator, not really touching anything. And we're slowing down gradually. Back down to second gear, because this goes quite steep downhill, so a lot of people get caught out by the hill picking up speed. So just keep on your brake, keep it slow. often as you come around this corner you have a bunch of parked cars on your left hand side, which obviously means oncoming traffic does have the priority, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to stop moving. Just check your mirrors in and out. And then we're going to take the next road on the left, just after all these parked cars, after that white car, before the pink building, which will then start sending us up Longdown Street and Longdown Bank. So it gets really tight around here, so you can either do it in second, really slow, or I would advise changing to first, just in case someone's coming around this corner, because it does go very narrow, very quick. And then slowly as you climb up the hill, ideally try to get back to second gear, because we don't want to be sitting in first gear for too long. And just keep paying attention to where there's a passing place. We could pass someone if need be. And then we are taking the second left from here, so it's not this one directly to my left, it's this next one with the white signs following Longdown Bank. Excuse me. And then this is where it gets really steep uphill. So if you do have to stop here, it is quite a steep hill start. Your examiner does quite often stop you next to the curb up here in a sec, so I will quickly demonstrate that. This is a curb just here that she'll say, pull up on the left where you think it's safe and convenient. You check your mirrors, you signal, you get as close to the curb as you can without hitting it. Secure the car, and then she will ask you to safely move off. So back into first gear, find your biting point, start some accelerating, good look round, cancel your signal, and then handbrake down and safely move off. Remember, you're still in the 20 zone, so be careful you don't accelerate too heavy. And it's still all uphill. So if you do have to stop for anyone potentially coming towards you, you will have to do another hill start. I've been quite fortunate and there seems to be no one here, which is always the case. It's always really quiet when I do things, and then when you guys have to do them, it's really busy. That's just luck of the draw, I'm afraid. So you got a bit of a passing place here if need be, and there is another one just where this wall and this hedge ends. You could pass someone here if need be. Still at 20, so just be careful of your speed. A lot of people get caught speeding up this bit. They have a junction here which you could use to pass someone. I've got some pedestrians walking towards me right now, so I'm just going to be slow as we go around them. There is a lot of dog walkers and horse riders and stuff potentially on these roads, so you just keep slow. 30 sign as we pass them. So we can go a little bit quicker, but I'm not inclined to go much faster just because of how windy and blind these corners are. Again, you just drive to what you can see. Just play it safe. But don't be overcautious. There is a fine line. So like now, I got a bit of a straight. I can see all the way up the hill, so I am going to put my foot down a little bit. Build some speed. We are coming into a national speed limit. Doesn't necessarily mean now I'm going to do 60 miles an hour. I can still see up the hill. We got a pedestrian walking, but I will deal with him when I get closer. Going to slow down a little bit. Change back down to second because it's starting to get even steeper uphill. And I'm not 100% sure where this pedestrian's gone, so I'm just going to keep slow with them. There they are. Give them enough space. And then we got a junction. We are turning left back towards Cardigan. So check your mirrors, you signal. This is a very closed junction and quite a steep hill start, so you want to position as left as you can. So follow the hedge round a little bit. Stop at the line as best you can, because then you can see up the main road. Be careful of this road though, it is a 60 mile an hour road you are joining, so some traffic can be quite quick coming towards you. So once it's clear, pull out and gain your speed as quick as you can. So delay the gear changes if need be, build the revs up, just because then you can instantly get with the flow of traffic. And then this brings you back down to one of the main roundabouts in town. And then you'll probably go back into town from different directions and do some town driving. But yeah, that's essentially that route. I'm going to just drive back down to the test centre now, but you might drive around town a little bit. So you're more than happy to end the video there if you want, or if you want to watch the end where I drive back to town, you can do that, so I can do some roundabouts. So I'm going to go straight ahead, second exit towards Aberystwyth, which is left lane. Don't signal on approach because we're going straight forward. Second gear ideally. And then just ask yourself, do you need to stop? Which I do not, so I'm just going to go. And then you quick mirror check and signal left as you come off. Build your speed, back up to third, bit more speed, fourth. Let's not get too close to the car in front, so we're going to ease off a little bit. Keeping it slow. And then at the next roundabout, I'm going to go left, first exit, following sign for town centre. So as we get a little bit closer, anywhere from probably the 200-yard mark, you can start signalling. So we're going to do a quick mirror check, signal, slowing down, second gear again ideally, left lane obviously because we're turning left, and then we are looking right and just ask ourselves, do we need to stop? Which the red car is going straight ahead, so no, I do not. I can just go. From this point on, you are back into a 20 zone, so keep an eye on your speed because you're back in town. There is a 20 sign as you come off the roundabout. It's a little bit hard to see because it's sort of above you, but it is there. Careful as you go past the bus stop. Obviously, could be lots of buses, which means a lot of pedestrians. Excuse me. There's a car reversing out onto the main road, so we are just going to wait for him. So when you're sitting in traffic like this, just keep an eye on your wing mirrors. Make sure there's no cyclists or anything coming up behind you. And then as you move off, really check them. Got a giveaway line here, so because of the one way, we only need to look right. There is a red car coming, however, I have time to go. And then we're going to go straight forward towards the stop sign up near the high street. So just keeping it slow because the rest of the traffic is slow. We want to make sure on this hill that we don't get too close to the red car in front of me. So I'm just going to hang back a little bit. If I need to change the first, I will, but I'm doing alright in second gear at the moment. But as the hill gets steeper, I might have to change. Remember, you can change the first without stopping. You don't need to stop the car to change the first. So like here, I'm going to change first just because we're slowing down. This is a stop sign, so we want to get right up to the line when we can. Always be careful of the pedestrians that are going to walk in front of you. While traffic isn't moving, people will definitely walk across the road in front of you. So just be super safe when you do start moving, that no one else is still crossing. Get all the way up to the line and come to a complete stop, as it is a stop sign. And then if it's clear, carry on. Again, just be careful of pedestrians because they will just walk out in front of you here. And then instantly keep an eye on the traffic lights, so look up, because a lot of people pull out of that junction and don't realise that there's a pelican crossing right in front of them. Cool. And then this a little bit up ahead, the road splits into 2 lanes. If the examiner doesn't direct you, you always come back to the left lane. So you're just going to do a quick mirror check and sort of just drift past all the cars that are always parked outside the pharmacy on the double yellows, but there we are. And then we're going to take a next right back towards the test centre. So quick mirror check, signal right, turn on in. And then you'll probably make your way back to the car park. where you follow it round the corner a little bit. Signal left to come into the car park. And then I'm going to park up wherever. Probably into one of these, maybe. Always check over your blind spots. Keep checking over your shoulders when you're parking. It's a very obvious fault. Good. And that's the end of that route. So, yeah, keep an eye for videos on my other routes. I will be covering Carmarthen as well as Cardigan. I'm going to go do the other ones in Cardigan now. So keep an eye on those videos. There'll be a Pen Park route, Llangoedmo route, and the Kilgarran route. Again, you can do both of them the other way around. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't, keep an eye on the other content, and just share this around if you know anyone who's doing their test in Cardigan or Carmarthen. Yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.